Hey traders, Mike Katz coming to you with a midday trader takeaway. And the market, the SPYs, look at this sharp reversal we've had. And that's where we are now. We broke down from 260 on the SPYs, and we've been here for a few days. Very tight range compared to the range we've had in the past, the volatility. And we're sitting here below this breakdown level of 260. We've had, if you look at some of these days here, we've had multiple days where we gap down and the market just caught a bid and closes higher. Gaps down, closes higher. Friday as well. Looks like today also. Um, so right now, it kind of maybe stalling out a little bit, but still no real selling just yet. Maybe we make a lower high, but 260 is definitely a level I'm watching very closely. And intraday, I'm seeing the volatility drying up a little bit. It's not the crazy trends that we are used to from these crazy moves to the downside that we've had in the SPY and the market as a whole. So I think adjusting those expectations of volatility and follow through it would be helpful for most traders. So looking at what's moving today, some of you might have seen PCG. I came in short that one in swing. That's a nice little surprise to wake up to. That was great. You need that once in a while, those big winners to help you kind of offset all those dumb trades, those mistakes that we make here and there. So this was a really nice welcome. Short here. This one, the reason I was short is the stock obviously was involved. They were blamed for the wildfires in the West Coast in California. So it took a big hit, and it's a massive company, $12 billion market cap and all. And then recently they took another big hit a few weeks ago, and that was when they said the liabilities arising from those fires could equal to about $30 billion for this company. And, that's greater than the market cap. So bankruptcy was definitely in the cards. And that's kind of why I was trading it. But the day where it gapped down here really big, that day, let's see if I could pull this up here. Yeah, so this day here, the reason I ended up putting the stock in my swing account is because on the day trading side, you could see how sideways it was. I was expecting a big unwind in this stock that day, and it just went up sideways. I remember this 19 level, it kept on breaking and pulling back. I felt like it was going to really fall out of bed here, but it chopped me up on my intraday account here that day, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to try to fight this thing. If I'm just going to put it in my swing account, and if it does end up going down, I'd like to add to it, and that's kind of what I did. And it's funny how it works out. That was the main reason that I had it in my swing account, because it just didn't work out on the day trading side. So I put some on here, put some more here, added on this 19 retest, and then there was one day here when the news hit right here on this day. I added some more here, and let's see, I'm getting a phone call, scam likely. Thank you very much. Yeah, I added some more here and then just sat tight. And today we got that nice little unwind. Took most of it off, and that was a nice little surprise to wake up to. Took most of it off. I have about 20% remaining. See what happens there. But then I came in, I tried to see if there's any more intraday action in this. So here are my covers here around 6 a.m. Some more as it looked like it was coming back up. And then intraday, when the market opened, I started trading it, looking for some follow through, but you could see there's nothing here. This thing goes over, under the opening line, over, under, just constantly, no range. Maybe it unwinds into the close. Who knows? But on the intraday, it's been tough. What else? I wanted to also mention this other symbol that's been in play, MBOT. Low float. This one was very difficult to get a locate in the morning. I ended up being able to get a locate for some traders after making lots of calls, and I saw how difficult it was. So I kind of backed off. I said, you know what, I don't want to short this. I don't want to play this to the short side. I can't really get much shares anyway for myself anymore. So I kind of stayed away, and I kind of feel lucky for that. But the reason I mentioned the symbol is I get once in a while, I get these there we go. I get these comments from people either outside of the firm on Twitter or friends that might be doing similar type of trading, sometimes even within the firm. Like, hey, Katz, why do you talk about these low floats on these videos? you're giving away so many secrets, you're giving away so much, and then it's going to get crowded, and before you know it, low floats won't work. And I guess just to a degree that does make sense, but I think for the most part, what makes sense is that there hasn't been a strategy that's worked throughout the test of time, throughout history, that has always worked and hasn't changed. I think strategies change because of edge, whether or not there is edge there. I think strategies and their success rate changes based on how crowded it is, and it's inevitable. So it's whether or not I or someone else talks about it in some video. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but I will say this: traders need to take notice of the shift in what's working and the shift in how these things are behaving. Because looking at some of these names lately, the low flows have been pretty difficult, right? It feels like it's crowded. It feels like it always goes extra few cents, extra few dollars, and squeezes some more. Whoever's on the other side of these are probably doing okay on the long side if they're able to get out. And it just feels like it's a little bit different. Well, I got news for you guys. That's not because of anything that any one person or group is doing to attract more people to low floats. I just think that edge will change. Edge will disappear as more traders come in and look at edge. It will get crowded regardless of what people are doing as far as videos and broadcasting. So I think traders need to take note and to constantly attack every day the same way where it's not working anymore or the risk reward is not the same anymore. I think some of that needs to change. So that's my advice both to myself and to everybody who's listening. Be very aware of what's going on with your strategies, how they're changing over time. Some of them may be just short-term changes, but if you see that it's gradually becoming harder and the changes are becoming more permanent, then you need to take note and make adjustments to the strategies. And that's kind of what I see here. This could end up being $3, $4 again, right, at some point. But right now, this has been a runner. It's been squeezing. And I can imagine a lot of people probably getting hurt in this in Twitter sphere. But that's MBOT. I haven't traded it today. I was focused mostly on that PCG, which ended up being nothing intraday. I did a little bit of FTK. And this one I was in because I was looking at it on Friday, didn't do a whole lot, gapped up, tagged $3, pulled back, went sideways. So today I felt like I could trade it, maybe short pop, see if it wants to unwind. So that's kind of been, it's been in play. So this one's okay here. And what else did I trade today? Traded some WDC, was looking for some follow through here. So made a higher low, felt like this was a downgrade, a sharp reversal on volume, and then it felt like there wasn't a whole lot more downside. So on a higher low, I bought some versus lows, and I was going to let it work as long as it trailed higher, but then it looked like here it was curling back down, making lower high, lower low, so I got out. And that was the end of that. Citibank is the only earnings name that I was watching today. Let's see, why isn't this pulling up? Citibank. There it is, Citibank. Yeah, so this thing had a really nice move early on. I couldn't trade this one either. Nice strong push, flagged, and then had another continuation move. Not a whole lot of symbols are doing this on an intraday basis. Just got to be lucky and be in the right ones. This one I had on my watch list, but I ended up trading it. Decent follow through here. And I'm looking forward to earnings that we have coming up over the next few days. We're kicking off earnings season. And that's kind of my goals. I'm looking to do more in swing. I'm looking to do less intraday. And I'm looking to focus more on what is working and do less of what's not. And these low floats, I got to tell you, they haven't been easy. So hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. And I wish you guys the best of luck. Give us that thumbs up. Give us a follow. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Mike Katz, 7 Points Capital with today's Trader Takeaways.